ADKAR is a popular and proven way to implement change successfully. I've been using this method for change management in organizations for technology implementation, but I wanted to tell you how this can apply to your own personal spiritual development. ADKAR stands for Awareness, Desire, Knowledge, Ability, and Reinforcement. Awareness refers to your understanding about why a change is needed and the risks of not changing. You're not going to even try to change if you don't even really buy into the fact that you have to. So if you haven't even bought into the fact that there really is a God and that you're going to be judged one day and held accountable for your own behavior in terms of what you've done to please him or not please him, then you're not going to even try. This is a stage called spiritual immaturity, and it's caused by pride, which blinds you to the fact that you need to change, what you need to change, and blinds you to even seeing the risks of not changing, which is eternal separation from God. So let's assume that you do have awareness of your need to change. So now you want to go to the next stage, which is called desire. So this is your choice. It's your willingness to do what is needed. It's influenced by the nature of the changes that you need to make, your individual personal situation, and your own intrinsic motivations. But that's not all, because we all have a common enemy, the devil, who never gets tired of trying to stop us from moving in the right direction. He'll do anything to destroy your progress, including tempting you into laziness in prayer and other pride-based behaviors. Basically, it comes down to how badly do you want it, because desire is not enough. This takes us to the next stage, which is knowledge. So it's the information, training, and education that you need in order to know how and what to change. You can get this information from a lot of different places. The obvious ones are from going to church and reading the Bible, especially the Gospels. You could also work with a therapist to address any addictions or other, trauma or other kind of relationship issues that you might be having, anything that you've identified in the awareness stage. Taking courses, doing retreats, reading spiritual books, for example, those written by the saints, listening to different videos and podcasts from credible sources such as Ascension Press, and talking with faithful friends can also help you to have the skills and tools you need for your spiritual development. I always say, start with the questions that you have, search for those answers, and then you're guaranteed to come up with more questions. And so this becomes a continuous cycle of learning and growth. Last but not least, we all have the innate ability to do vocal and mental prayer. So of course, Jesus himself will help you if you only just ask. In fact, as you become more spiritually mature, you'll realize that you actually can't do anything without him. This is something that Jesus is eager to help you to do, so if you're trying to advance in your spiritual development, make sure and ask him to give whatever graces he can see that you need today. The next stage is ability. So this is where you take the knowledge that you've gained in the previous stage and you apply it. So for example, the Gospels are about love. Jesus commanded us to love one another. So, as you learn more about what love is and isn't, you need to take that knowledge and apply it in every situation in your life. So every day, you have many opportunities throughout the day to love the person that you're with. And you're not always going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes because love is hard. But that's what the sacraments are there for. So go to confession, get a clean slate, and try again. Spiritual development is a process. So learn to enjoy the process as it unfolds and have patience with yourself. And whenever you make a mistake, don't dwell on it. Finally, reinforcement is the internal and external factors that sustain the change. So as I mentioned, there are always going to be temptations and curveballs from the devil. External reinforcement can come from being part of a faith community and having friends who you can go and talk and pray with. Internal reinforcement comes from the graces that you receive from Jesus, such as peace and other what we call spiritual consolations. But it's important to remember that you're not always going to have these internal reinforcements. There's going to be dry periods where you might feel that God is far away from you, but be reassured that he is not. Perseverance is key, especially when you don't experience internal or external reinforcements. I hope this helps you to change your mind.